So I had a lot of memorable magical moments growing up on a farm in the community, similar to y'all's. And I loved my life because I didn't watch television. I told your kids your eyes will go bad if you do. And I spent a lot of time outside because I love the great outdoors. And so I had a lot of memorable magical moments. Now granted, I haven't sang this song for a while, so I hope I don't mess it up. But how many of you have ever had memorable magical moments? Anybody? Raise your hand if you've ever gotten in trouble. Okay, that's memorable, maybe not so magical, all right? Well, I'm gonna sing a song, and I want you to know that maybe you've experienced what I have, so I want you to raise your hands. When you got in trouble, you might have given a gentle word, and then you might have cried a tender tear. Raise your hand if you've cried. Come on, men, raise your hands. I know you have. It's good for you. An everlasting hug. How many have ever had those hugs? Grandmas give them to you and they go, oh, you little sweetie pie. Raise your hand if you've had a grandma hug. Oh, I love it. Piggyback. Anybody gone piggyback riding? I don't mean on a person. I mean on a pig. Any pig riders? Raise your hand. Pig riders? Awesome. Oh, we got this guy right here. I could tell. He's ridden a pig before. Holding hands, catching lightning bugs. Anybody call it lightning bug? And the green juice lands on your hands? Yeah, I know. Picking four-leaf clovers. A game of hide and seek. You know, they go, peekaboo, peekaboo. Oh, that's what I want. Wading barefoot in the creek. How many have waded barefoot in the creek? Makes for memorable, magical moments. Memorable, magical times. Time can't be bought. Forget me not. And make moments last a lifetime. Now I want you to raise your hand if you've ever done this. Snowball fights. Snow angels. Sledding down a hill. Okay, I gotta stop because about 20% of the adults have raised their hands. Either you can't remember way back when you were little, or you didn't have much fun. So I want you to raise your hands if you've ever had a snowball fight, snow angels, sledding down a hill, snowmen caroling in the snow, sugar cookies, what a thrill. Peekaboo, that's where peekaboo, peekaboo, peekaboo. A toothless grin. Raise your hand if you've ever lost a tooth. Now look at your parents, or imagine your parents' faces because they're not beside you. I want you to imagine your parents without teeth. Well, they had their teeth fall out when they were little, but in a little while their teeth are going to fall out again. Don't make fun of them, okay? A gentle rock-a-bye, butterfly kisses, bedtime tales, a mother's lullaby. Raise your hand if your mom ever sang to you. No. Raise your hand if you think your mama needs voice lessons. I won't tell. Thanks for memorable, magical moments. Memorable, magical times. Magnificent, marvelous, magical, memorable moments. Last a lifetime. That's what we're going to do this evening. We're going to have a memorable, magical moment. I guarantee you, you will never forget this evening. It's going to be a lot of fun, but you see, your kids are going to be the stars of the show. But I'm going to put on a little quick show to let you know that your kids weren't crazy when they came home and they said there's a crazy lady at school, and she is just unbelievable. So I'm going to share a little bit about what I write about. You see, I went for Scholastic Books for years as a storyteller, but my heart was always with kids. I was a children's pastor for 14 years. And I wanted books that were wholesome, that got into families' hands, and that you could read together, connect generations, tickle your funny bone, and touch your heart. And that's what I did. I thought, well, you know what? My name is Ronda Friend. I didn't make it up. I grew up on Friendly Acres, and I had 2 older brothers and a younger sister. And I told your kids, I'm older than Barbie. I had a Chatty Cathy doll, and she's about this big, and you pull her string, and she talks, and she says things like, I love you, or please comb my hand. Or comb my hair. I would have brought her here today, but she's in the hospital.
Why?
Her head fell off. And it wasn't my brother's fault. We're going to see if we have any old people in the audience. Raise your hands if you Remember Chatty Cathy? How did Chatty Cathy want it? Oh, good. We got some old people on the audience. Good. Well, some things change, but some things never change. In fact, boys and girls, when I was little, I'm older than 2 of the states on the American flag. There were only 48 stars on the flag the year I was born. There were no malls, no computers, no cell phones, no video games. I told them I'm older than Disneyland. Disney World hadn't been thought of. And so, you see, boys and girls, some things change, but some things never change. I have 2 older brothers and a younger sister, and when we were little, we would fuss and fight. Now, I know it's going to come to a complete shock to y'all, but I want you to raise your hands if you fuss and fight. See if their kids fussed and fought. Oh, they're okay. Now, parents, I want you to raise your hands if you fussed and fought when you were little too. Look what they learned, who they learned it from. I want you both raise your hands if you think we're professionals at fussing and fighting. All right. Put your hands down. I think that's why God created grandmas. And this is mine, Grandma Broomball. I told your kids, she used to go to schools with me. I don't know if I told you that. And everybody loved Grandma. Her angel costume shows, she covers up her halo with a hat. And my Grandma Broomball goes around saying things like, "Oh, if you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all." She's trying to turn this into angels by what she says. And my grandma loved dandelions. So if you have dandelions in your yard, she would love dandelions. But you see, she left a mark behind. In Panic in the Pigpen, one of my books in this series, I always write a letter ahead of time. There's 2 songs, 2 recipes, 2 poems. We hide sunflowers, box of nouveau cab. But you see pictures of my family, and that's my grandma. She left a mark behind. I told your kids yesterday, especially, I said everyone in this room leaves a mark behind. When they leave out of this room, they leave a mark behind everywhere they go. Farmers, they know how to plant seeds. They know that they plant a field of corn, they're not going to get tomatoes. They're going to get corn, because what you plant is what you reap. So my grandmother would say, keep your heart free from hate, keep your mind free from worry. Live simple, give much, expect little, fill your heart with love, scatter sunshine, forget yourself, think of others, do as you like to be done to. She left a mark behind. My sister, on the other hand, she's the baby in the family, and so she turns into what I call a hawkiphant. Now, some of you might be hawkiphants. You watch your siblings with eyes of a hawk, remember like an elephant what they've done, and you don't get in trouble. I want you to raise your hands, adults even, if you thought you were the hawkiphant. You're the angel. Oh, wow. We're in trouble here at this school. You don't have too many angels. Where's the principal? I'm sorry. There's not a lot of angels at your... Yeah, I feel your pain. Well, that's my sister. She's the hawkiphant. And then there's my brother Ronald. Oh, my goodness. He wore these because there was a musician named Buddy Holly. Everybody loved his music. They fainted his concerts, and he made these popular. Black rimmed glasses. But my brother loved to read too, and when I grew up, a man knocked on your door, dressed up in a suit and a tie, holding on to a suitcase, and your parents actually let him come in. He'd open up the suitcase and he'd sell vacuum cleaners, brushes, or World Book encyclopedias. He told your parents, if you don't buy these books, your kids will be behind in school. My parents bought the books, and my brother loves to read. One thing never changes. If you read a lot, you know a lot. I call my brother Ronald the know-it-all. I want the adults in the room to raise your hands if you were in first grade and you didn't have a computer. You had to read to be as smart as you are right now. Awesome. Some things change. Some things never change. My brother Dwayne, he's the one I fuss and fight with the most. There might be someone like that in your family. We're closest in age. And he really gets my goat, as my grandma would like to say. We get in all kinds of trouble, and this is me when I was 6. So I know these books are true. You see, my grandma didn't want me to say bad words. I say fiddlesticks and gumdrops. My brother says cheesy pizza to this day. And we have to learn forgiveness and patience and kindness, and the very first book is on forgiveness. It's called Our Friend Swallows Her Pride. So I'm going to take you back into time. And when I turn around, I'm not going to be old like I am here. I'm taking you back to April 6, 1961. My 6th birthday, and if some of you out there are good at math, you can figure out how old I am, but I don't want to hear it, all right? So right now, let's meet up with our friend. I'm going to do a shortened version, kids, but I'm going to let you know what happens at the end because I left them hanging. All of our books have cliffhangers, and I told them I wasn't going to tell them the end of the book until they came back tonight. So here we go. Our friend, April 6, 1961, my 6th birthday, and I don't get everything I want. Fiddlesticks and gumdrop bars. Look at y'all out there. Well, my. I bet if I talk to you long enough, I find out that I know somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody who knows you, and then you'd be my friend. Oh, I know you all are friends, but I really am a friend. It's my name. My first name is Ronda. You spell it R-O-N-D-A. Most Rondas I know put an H in their name, makes their name R-H-O-N-D-A. Doesn't take a tree full of vowels to figure out if you pronounce that name. It'd be Ronda. I don't have a Honda, and there's no H in my Ronda. And besides, I'm a friend. Strangers, they come up to me and they'll go, "Hey, little girl, what's your name?" "Oh, me? I'm a friend." "How do you know you're my friend? We just met." No. I'm our friend. Our friend, your friend, my friend. I don't care whose friend you are. What is your name? That is my name. My name is Ronda Friend. You spell it R-O-N-D-A, F-R-I-N-D, our friend for short. Well, why didn't you just say so in the first place? I thought I did. Anyway, I'm a farmer's daughter. Pleased to speak and about to be one. Oh, excuse me. Have you ever snorted when you laugh too hard and get excited? I love everything about farm life. I don't even mind slopping the hog, except the time I did it with my brother Dwayne. The night before was my birthday. April 6, 1961, and I didn't get everything I wanted. My daddy works at town at Frigidaire, and he makes a lot of money. $15 a day. And all I wanted was a red shiny scooter, drive around the circle drive. I needed a new outfit for my chatty Kathy doll. You pull her string and she talks, and she says things like, "I love you." I love her. I needed a new outfit, and then I just had to have it. A rolled up piece of heavy black plastic. You lay it out on a hillside on a hot summer day. You get a water hose, you take your shoes off, you take a run for it. You could slide and slip and slip and slide all you wanted. I just called it a slide and slip. I wanted one real bad. But what I wanted and what I got were two different things. I didn't get everything I wanted. Oh, I got my red shiny scooter and I drove it around the circle drive 15 times. But I didn't get a new outfit for my chatty Kathy doll. I didn't even get my rolled up piece of black plastic. And my brother Dwayne looked at me and he said, "Ronda, you're pouting." Okay, I'm pouting, but just a little. And then my brother did it. My brother Dwayne went and he called me a bad name. Real bad name. My brother Dwayne called me a spoiled. Oh, I didn't like the sound of those words, especially put together to describe me. I am not spoiled enough. And then something terrible happened in my head. Bad words started coming into my head. Bad words I wanted to call my brother, and they were jumping around trying to escape. It was like monkeys jumping on a bed in my head. Oh, I can't let the bad words come out. Grandma Grimbaugh says, if you can't say anything nice, don't say it. Oh no, here comes some more bad words I want to call my brother. So I had a great idea. I went to a room and I read the dictionary. Yeah, Noah. Oh, Noah wrote this big book. Yeah, there's another Noah. He built a big boat. But Noah bought this big book. Funny thing about the big book, you look up a word and you find a bunch more words to describe the first word that you first looked up in the first place. I looked up spoiled. I am definitely not spoiled. However, according to Noah, spoiled is to demand or expect too much. Oh, I didn't demand or expect too much, did I? All I wanted was a red shiny scooter, a new outfit for my chatty Kathy doll, a rolled up piece of black plastic, a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. I don't like that word. I looked up a new one, brat. I'm not a brat. However, according to Noah, brat is hard to control. I am not hard to control. And then all of a sudden, more bad words. They were jumping everywhere. They were jumping around my head like Mexican jumping beans on a trampoline. So I had a great idea. I went to my room and I didn't talk. Yeah, I kept my mouth shut, sealed, secured. I even locked my lips, threw away the keys. I didn't say one word for 9 straight hours. Not one word. And then I woke up. I had a terrible headache. The bad words were still there. My daddy hollered and said that my brother Dwayne and I were going to have to swamp the hogs together. Well, I looked outside. It's raining cats and dogs. If this rain keeps up, those little piggies can slop themselves. What am I going to do? I got bad words. I know. I went to my room and I grabbed these and I headed towards the barnyard in my yellow slickers and my red boots. And I started doing this. And my brother Dwayne looked at me and he said, Rhonda Jean, what in heaven's name are you doing with those clothespins? What am I doing? I'm doing this on account of you. I got bad words in my head. Ever since you called me a spoiled brat, you hurt my feelings. And I don't want the bad words accidentally popping out the holes in my head. So I'm closing off my ears so the bad words won't pop out. I'm not even going to let any of those bad words slide out the holes of my nose. Because remember what Grandma Brimbaugh says? What? Help me. If you can't say anything, don't. I'm keeping the bad words in my head. My brother Dwayne looked at me and he said, Rhonda G, you still are good for nothing, spoiled brat. Oh, why did you have to say that? Now look what I'm going to have to do on account of you. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Good thing to do. On the couch, you can't breathe. I said, what did you call me? He said, you heard me. I called you a good-for-nothing spoiled brat. That's what I thought you said. Well, Dwayne Hamilton, Fred, these are coming off. Because I'd rather be a good-for-nothing spoiled brat than a big fat rat like you. 5 rats and 4 rats later, we're sliding and slipping. Slipping and sliding, mud slopping, you know what? And I'm thinking, hey, I'm a farmer's daughter. Pleased as pig in the mud to be one. I don't need a slide and slip. I got one right here. I'm not even mad at my brother Dwayne. We were having a good old time until I heard this. Dwayne Hamilton Friend, Rhonda Jean Friend. Oh, I don't know about you, but when your parents call you by your first name, your middle name, and your last, it spells one word. Trouble. Trouble. I was in it, my timeout chair, again. My mama took one look at me and she said, don't you move. I don't know why mommies and daddies and teachers always go, don't do that. Because every time they start with a don't do that, kind of makes you want to do it even more. But I didn't, on account of I kind of like my timeout chair, and I rewrite songs. Oh, I love to write songs. You know, Cinderella wrote a song in my own little corner, and I wrote a song, and then I had bad news and badder. The bad news is I was having so much fun writing a song, I had to get out of my timeout chair. The badder news, I had to make it right with my brother. Oh, brother. I had to apologize. Now, Grandma Brimbaugh says apologizing is the best thing you can do. Well, that's easy for you to say. You're not the one apologizing. She says, honey, it's just a matter of swallowing your pride. My what? My pride? She didn't even look the word up in the dictionary. She says pride can sometimes be when you think you're better than someone else and you're not. He called me a bad name first. She said it didn't matter. Then she showed me how. She gave me a nice warm chocolate chip cookie out of the oven, a tall glass of ice cold milk. She said, you know those bad thoughts and words you have in your head? Chew them all up. I chewed them all up and I swallowed. Good, 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 good. Ooh, I feel good. She says that's what happens when you ask for forgiveness. You feel good on the inside. I apologized to him and he to me felt so good, I went outside to play with my dogs, Teeny and Tiny, in the front yard, till I heard commotion. My brother Dwayne, he was yelling in the kitchen at the top of his lungs. I got a turkey in my throat. I ran inside. Oh my goodness gracious me, you got a whole turkey in your throat? He said, no, Turkey Lips. He called me Turkey Lips. You're going to have to swallow your pride, your turkey, and your turkey lips too. My brother had a problem. Swallowing a piece of turkey wouldn't go down, it wouldn't come up. The only way he could see it, if he opened up his mouth big and wide, went, ah. And there it was, stuck in the back of his throat, swinging back and forth. I know, I'll help him swallow his pride, his turkey, and his turkey lips too. I didn't want to spoil his supper with cookies and milk, so I gave him a piece of bread still. Glass of water warm. I said, now chew this all up and swallow. Go, 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 go. Is the turkey still there? The turkey was still there. Oh, I know. When my baby sister, Miss Hawkins, she gets something stuck in her throat, my mama quick grabs her by her ankles from her high chair, turns her upside down in midair, and then Dwayne, I can't turn you upside down, but can you stand on your head right there? This is gonna hurt me more than it hurts you. Ready, Dwayne? Is the turkey still there? The turkey was still there. Oh my, this is an emergency. My brother's in trouble. He's in turkey trouble. He's in trouble. Oh no, my daddy's tackle box. It says keep out. I'm not supposed to get in there. I try to listen to my parents, but this is an emergency. Oh my, my brother needs help. It's an emergency. I've got to go help him no matter what it takes. Oh, I'm going to get in trouble for this, but I got it. Oh no, Dwayne, I think it works on fish. I think it'll work on you. Oh, Dwayne. Oh, Dwayne. Oh, Dwayne. Why don't you open your mouth? Big and wide. Like a large mouth. I'm coming in. Let's give this young man a big round of applause for being so bad. Moms and dads, boys and girls, my stories are true. Cliffhangers are true, the main stories are true. I really got a piece of turkey caught in my throat. I just didn't want my face on the turkey. Because you open up the next book and Grandma says you are what you eat. So my brother's got his face on a turkey. I slept with a piece of turkey all night long. And my husband is here to witness that when that turkey got caught in my throat, I went to a party and everybody there suggested these. And you know, I thought, well, I'll go ahead and try it. And so we disinfected them, and in my pajamas, my husband tries to get the turkey out. Now, kids, you don't want to put something like that down someone's throat. I got in big trouble at the end, but you see, when you get to the next book, Time Out at Home, you find out how the turkey comes out. But my mama's on the phone. She's calling the doctors. My brother might have to go to the doctors. He might have to have a shot in the, or worse, an operation. Well, you have to find out. But my grandma does save you. My grandma says you are what you eat. So there's my brother's face on a turkey. But you see how the turkey comes out, how we try to get it out, what happens at the doctor's office is all true. I told you kids don't ever do this. I hit my brother over the head with a baseball bat. He got me out at home. I just returned the favor. He's out at home and I'm in time out. Hats off to heroes. My father served in World War II, saved 3 people's lives. He never talked much about the war, but he talked about the little story in here, a doll that traveled in his tank. You'll see all the pictures in the back. My family, it's not make-believe. You'll see actual pictures of my family and why I tell the story. It's better to give than to receive, and there's no greater love than any friend would be willing to have. And my father, Mr. Friend, was willing to do that. Panic in the pig pen, my daddy really did a backflip off of a hay wagon. Cousins ride the pigs. My baby sister thinks my brother's in a pickle, but he's caught in a hornet's nest. It's on Perseverance. Oh boy, I lied a lot when I was little because I talked a lot. And I would get in deep trouble. In fact, I get so deep in trouble I have to haul manure at the end, and I realize the deeper your boots get into line, the harder it is to get out. You'll also see I rewrite songs. My brother got on my nerves, so I rewrite brothers, brothers, creepy, crawly, buggy, wuggy brothers. And then you're going to see in a book on being trustworthy. Your school all needs to read this because something hits me on the head, and it's kind of apropos for the school that you have here now. And that is the one-eyed, one-horn, flying purple people leader, one-eyed, one-horn. And it's all on being trustworthy. But what I really love is I love my parents. That's my mom and that's my dad. I would not be the people that I am without my grandma, my mom, and dad. My mother went to nursing school during the war. You learn a lot of history. I didn't know you couldn't go to nursing school and be married at the same time. But she dropped out to marry my dad, and they fell in love, and they got married, and they provided lots of love. But I told your kids, my mama died when I was 18. I miss her to this very day, but all those pictures she took and we talked about are in the back of the book. My friend who went to heaven about 23 years ago now was about the same age as my mama, a farmer's wife, and at her service they gave out sunflower seeds. She was the first one to pray for the concept of my books, so I wrote a song for her and my mama, and it's like this. A little girl goes, "Mama, look, I see something you don't see." But Mama was very wise. She says, it's not going to crawl on the ground all its life. It's going to turn into a beautiful butterfly, and it's going to dare to dance and rise above. But Mama, look, I see something you don't see. But Mama knew in her great wisdom that it wasn't going to be a tadpole long. It was going to live in a new world, and it was going to leap for joy, and it was going to be a frog one day. But you see, pieces of the puzzle, oh, there's so much more to what my mother said when I was 4. Full of love and so very wise, she said, there's much more than meets our human eyes. And now I'm grown with children of my own. My mother's gone, but this one thing I know. She's in heaven up above, and she's smiling down with love. I hear her softly whisper in my ear. It's a secret, honey. I see something you don't see. Darling, I see something you don't see. So don't forget to sing and soar, because life goes on forevermore. Dare to dance and leap for joy and sing, because Mama sees something. Mama sees something. Mama sees something you don't see. My father went to heaven several years ago, and my father never raised his voice. His father raised his, and so he vowed never to raise his voice. And in Woolly Bad Lies, I wrote a song. You see, boys and girls, I didn't tell you this, but at his service the night before, I woke up with cotton mouth. I could not talk. I felt like I had just balls of cotton in my mouth. So I went down, I drank a lot of water, and then I went to my computer and I wrote about my daddy's love. And then I went back home and I wrote this song in honor of my daddy. I'll just play part of it right now. Before appearing, oh, I gotta turn it up a little bit. There we go. Before appearing on the scene, he was waiting patiently. Arms outstretched, he welcomed me with overwhelming pride. My helper, confidant, provider, and my friend. That's my papa, daddy, father. His love, it has no end. My father loves, my father loves. No strings attached, unconditional, almost unbelievable. My father loves, my father loves. Not just for today, but yesterday, forever I can say. My father loves. He taught me what true love is. He showed me how to live. No need for love to be returned. He loved loving just to give. The twinkle in his eyes, the smile upon his face. When I fall down, he picks me up with such amazing grace. My father loves, my father loves. Not just for today, but yesterday, forever I can say. My father loves. Now that you know a little bit about my family, I thought I'd take you down on Friendly Acres. I know you're not going to be able to get to the Y to exercise, so some of your kids learned this song today. So we're going to all stand up, if you will, and it's a song in the first book, and I wish your children were beside you because you might need help in this song. Every time that we say the word down, we're going down. Now, parents, if you need help, just grab the hand of the person next to you and we'll get you back up, all right? The song goes like this. Ready, kids? Come on down, down, down in Friendly Acres. Come on down, down, down in Friendly Acres. Come on down, down, down in Friendly Acres. Down in Friendly Acres, down in Friendly Acres, down in Friendly Acres with me. Okay, audience, you might be directionally challenged because down is that way, okay? You can swing back and forth. We'll give you a break. There's my mom, dad, sisters and two brothers, cousins, aunts, uncles and grandmother. Day by day we learn to love each other. Down in Friendly Acres with me. Come on down, down, down in Friendly Acres. Come on down, down, down in Friendly Acres. Come on down, down, down in Friendly Acres. Down in Friendly Acres. Down in Friendly Acres. Down in Friendly Acres with me. We will laugh, cry, shout with jubilation, sing, dance, join the celebration. We will love, share. There'll be good vibrations. Down on Friendly Acres with me. Get ready, let's sing. Come on down, down, down in Friendly Acres. Come on down, down, down in Friendly Acres. Come on down, down, down in Friendly Acres. Down in Friendly Acres. Down in Friendly Acres. Down in Friendly Acres with me. Only 48 more verses. All right. Y'all have a seat. Wow. Wow, that was awesome. Give yourself a hand. That was great. Give me time to breathe. All right. Okay, this is the moment you've been waiting for. I love this because it's my favorite part to do. You see, your kids are going to shine tonight. Because that's what it's all about. And that's what your school's all about, is letting your kids shine. They're going to be stars tonight. And so in a moment, I'm going to direct them, and they're going to quietly go to their places. They're going to sing a couple songs, and then we're going to have a finale of a play that we're going to put on called PU State. So my husband, I know he has a few people that are going to help him. We're going to move this off to the side, and so if my husband will get that gang ready to do that, or if anybody wants to volunteer. And then, right now, oh no, kids, I know you love to volunteer, don't you? It's the volunteer state. So right now, children, I want you to, teachers, if you'll get with your kids, and we're going to do this in 15 seconds. I told you all, you're going to be great at it. You will not talk, stand up, and in 15 seconds, I'm going to count down. Walk quietly to your places. You know where they are. All the way up there. 15, 14, 13, no talking, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, that's 1. Wow. I think they should deserve a round of applause just for doing that. Awesome. Well, we're going to sing for you. I taught them a couple songs today, and your wonderful music teacher is going to lead them in a song that she taught them as well. That's from one of my books. So right now, we're going to sing a song called Love Me to the Moon and Back. It's going to be a book one day. It'll be the sequel to Love Me to Bed that's over there on the table. But it goes like this. Ready? Tell me once, tell me twice, tell me 1,000 times. You love me to the moon and back. Ding dong bells ring out their chimes. Tell me once, tell me twice, tell me 1,000 times. You love me to the moon and back. 'Tis better than tens of nursery rhymes. Mary had a little lamb that there's you and me. Forever and for always, my precious lamb, you'll surely be. No matter where you go, and even if you stray, I'll be there for, oh, I'm so sorry. I'll be there for you, my love. You're in my heart to stay. Tell me once, tell me twice, tell me 1,000 times. You love me to the moon and back. Ding dong bells ring out their chimes. Tell me once, tell me twice, tell me 1,000 times. You love me to the moon and back. 'Tis better than tens of nursery rhymes. An itsy bitsy spider went up the water spout. Rain or shine, I'm with you. Humpty, Baa Black, Sheep, Patty Cake, little boy, there's no rhyme describes just how much I love you. Oh man, I've got COVID thing wrong here. I've been a couple years without doing schools, and I need to go home and practice, don't I, kids? I'll practice. Tell me once, tell me twice, tell me 1,000 times. You love me to the moon and back, jingle bells ring out their chimes. Tell me once, tell me twice, tell me 1,000 times. You love me to the moon and back. 'Tis better than tens of nursery rhymes. Now, this one made me cry. I wrote this song for my grandbaby, and my kids are grown, and all of these kids up here are your stars. Well, my kids are stars too, and it made me cry because I think time goes by too fast. Twinkle, twinkle, little star in the dark of night. No need to ponder who you are. Your love shines strong and bright. A precious diamond in the rough. One day soon you'll be a parent who adores their child. They'll be like you. You'll be like me. Sing with us, everybody. You got the words down. Tell me once. Tell me twice. Tell me 1,000 times. You love me to the moon and back. Jingle bells ring out their chimes. Tell me once. Tell me twice. Tell me 1,000 times. You love me to the moon. Watch. 'Tis better than one. 'Tis better than two. 'Tis better than tens of nursery rhymes. Give them a big round of applause. I would like for you to give a big round of applause to your music teacher, to all your fine arts teachers. Look at the incredible artwork. They did the artwork up there, and I'm going to give some more kudos in a minute, but thank you. You're so sweet to have practiced this song with their children. And so she's going to lead them in the song, There's No End in Friend. And, oh well, I'll just be quiet. All right. Boys and girls, let's do it one last time without the words. I told them if they would sing this to someone who is deaf, it will make their face shine so bright, they will smile. And if you will learn this as well, on a long trip, you can ask your children to sing it 100 times without the words. Okay, let's try it. Ready? Waiting for. It is a play. Now, you didn't even have to bring your children to rehearsal, really, and they are going to put on a play for you. It's my favorite thing to do, so right now, if the actors and actresses will get in place and you'll get your hats on, girls, we're going to present to you for the very first time on stage here in Norris Elementary a book entitled P.U. You Stink. Can you hold up the book over there? You probably have seen it. but it's actually a book. If you open it up, there's two ways to tell the same story. The bottom is a poem, and the top is for older kids. It's never been done, really. I don't believe in the history of children's literature, so it's a lot of fun. And we're going to introduce you to a lot of the characters. I'm going to be different characters, but I'm going to start out as Penelope the pig. So here we go. First time on stage, we present to you, P.U. You Stink. Now, we wouldn't be very caring about our audience if we didn't allow you to participate. So you're going to participate too. Our children on both sides are the cheerleaders, and they're gladly going to teach you a cheer. It's the stink cheer, and we're going to do this. Ready? Let's show them how to do it. You stink, you really, really stink. Yay! So everyone in the audience, I want you to participate. Everybody can raise their hands and raise their voices. Ready? Let's see if they can do it. You stink, you really, really stink. Yay! Awesome. All right, here we go. You stink. Hi, I'm Penelope, and I'm the pig, and these are my siblings, Pudgy, Pugsy, and Popsy. They love me. Oh, they think I hung the moon. They're so sweet, aren't they? They're so cute, and they're always giving me kisses. Oh, I just love that about them. They're the cutest things. Yeah, I guess I must be super pig or something. But I don't know what happened. One day, they ran away, and they never played with me again. My family doesn't love me. I might as well run away from home. And that's exactly what Penelope did. She ran and ran and ran until she came to a den. It was a den of black and white varmints. Her parents warned her never to go there. If you think pigs smell, you should see the varmints that live in there. But she nestled down into a bed of leaves when all of a sudden she heard the prancing and pawing of little feet. The prancing and pawing of little feet. The prancing and pawing. Oh no, it's the stink pots. Oh, now I'm Grandma Stink Pot. Oh, these are my children. Oh, I love my children. This is my daughter. I'm so proud of her. Mrs. Stinkpot. You should see her home. There's neon lights outside that says, the stink pots, where every stink counts. Oh, I just love it. You know, remember how Grandma taught you how to stink? We're going to learn to stink. Now, you notice that skunks never look at their target when they have their target practice. So remember how Granny put that up on the wall, and then we never look at our targets, so we have to use training mirrors to do our turn, look, lift, aim, shake, and fire. I didn't tell you this part for a reason. All right. So now we're going to bend over, hold your mirror out, and we're going to turn, look, lift, aim, shake, and fire! And everyone cheers and says what? You stink.
You stink. You really, really stink. Yay!
Oh, you remember just like Granny taught you. Now you go over there. Oh, looky here. Oh, it's Firecracker. If you listen closely, you might hear her paw. Hold your mirror out. Bend over. Ready, aim, shake it, baby. And everybody cheered and said,
You stink. You stink. You really, really stink. Yay!
oh, you did great. Way to go. Oh, looky there. There's Pistol, Pete. I was trying to think of a pistol. Princess Pistol. Princess Pistol. Yeah, that's it. Princess Pistol, I forgot your name. And you what? She's been working out. She's really got the guns. Hold your mirror out. Bend over. Ready, aim, shake it, baby. And everybody cheers and says,
You stink. You stink. You really, really stink. Yay!
good job. All right. There you go. Oh, looky there. She's popping rocks. Get it? Pop rocks? Okay. Hold your mirror out. Bend over. Ready, aim, shake it, baby. Oh, a little bit more like that. There you go. Woo! Oh, she stings. You stink. You really, really stink. Yeah! the runt. She's the littlest one of all. She's shaking in her skin and stripes. Will this little Sparky have it in her? She's so nervous. Oh, no. She's shaking. Oh, don't shake, sweetheart. But now, if you'll get down, we're going to do our turn, look, lift, aim, shake, fire. Ooh, she smells so bad. It was concentrated. Her family's choking. They can't believe the smell. Oh, that's bad when skunks can't stand you. And they ran away. She's just a little stinker. Oh, and Sparky begins to cry. Penelope heard her cry. Hey, I'm Penelope and I'm a pig. And ooh, you stink. Hey, but I stink too. So why don't we run away together? And she said, yes. Hey, have you ever been on a piggyback ride? You have? Well, good, because I'm a pig and you're going on a ride. Here we go. Ready? All right, you are a lightweight. Hallelujah. All right, here we go. Oh, looky here. It's our log home. Oh, tears had welled up in our eyes. Maybe we can call this our home. Sparky fit in just fine. Well, kind of. Penelope tries to fit in, but Penelope's bottom's too... Hey, I'm working on it, all right? Penelope's bottom plugged up Sheriff Slinkbug's log home, and she heard voices. Hey, who turned out the lights? Looky there, Sheriff Stinkbug and all his deputies. Looky, come on out, y'all. Sheriff Stinkbug, his deputies, and Mrs. Stinkbug too. Looky there. Hey, I heard you've been bugging the evil fox's hole. Is that right?
Yeah.
I heard they are evil. Is that right?
Yeah.
I heard they're going to Hog Head Farm to eat the piggies. Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, we better. Oh, that's terrible. That's awful, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, let's get our heads together. I think we should do our infamous stink bug dance. You know, the boogie woogie bug bop bop hop. And we're going to do it on the count of three. Ready? 1, 2, 3. The boogie woogie bug bop bop hop. Do 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 the boogie. Do the woogie bug bop hop bop hop. They raised a lot of stink. There was an explosion. Boom, boom, boom. Penelope gets out. Sparky gets out. Come on, Sparky. Get on my back. We got to get to Hog Heaven Farm. Stink bugs, get on your horse. Flies, get it? There, stink bugs. Okay, here we go. Ready? Let's go. We got to get to Hog Heaven Farm. Ta-dum, 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 ta-dum. The piggies are center stage. The piggies are on their knees. They're begging for their lives. And they see the evil foxes slowly approach Hog Heaven Farm. They're in their most evil voices. The evil foxes say they are
Eeny, meeny,
in their most evil voices they chant, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Which of you will be the first to go? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Which of you will be the first to go? Penelope gets there in time. Don't eat them. Eat me. My family doesn't love me. They can't even stand to be around me. But my family grabbed my hooves. And they said, no, don't eat her.
No, don't eat her.
Okay, a little more convincing, all right? A little louder. No, don't eat her.
No, don't eat her.
We love her.
We love her.
We just can't stand to smell her.
We just can't stand the smell of her.
Cause she stinks. She stinks. She really, really stinks. Oh, man. Go, 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 and evil. I know I've got a plan. Sparky, come here. Sparky, come here. Hey, your family doesn't love you. You know, why don't you just let them eat you? And she says, eat me.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't tell her this part. They're really not going to eat you. Eat me. But her family followed her fumes all the way back to Hog Heaven Farm, and they grab her from the evil fox's hole, and they say, don't eat her.
Don't eat her.
We love her.
We love her.
We just can't stand to smell her.
We just can't stand to smell her.
Cause she stings. She really stings. Yeah, get her back, let her go. The evil foxes try to get away, but it's like they're in concrete. And the piggies come, and they throw mud, slop, get up close. This is the only time you're going to be able to do it. And the piggies go back to the pigsty. The stink bugs ride in on their horseflies. Da-dum, da-dum, da-dum. They bite the evil foxes. They ride off into the sunset. The sunset's that way. And then the skunks come, and they line up in front. The stink pots come, they line right up in front of those evil foxes. They hold their mirrors out. They do their turn, look, lift, aim, shake, fire! They go back to their den in front. The piggies come one last time. They tie their pigtails up in a big rope. They take that pigtail and they tie those evil foxes up. Because the moral of the story is, everyone, the family that sticks together sticks together. Let's give them a big round of applause. All right, everyone take a bow. Ready? Let's give the cheerleaders a big round of applause. Woo! Let's give the stage people one more time. Yay! Drop your props, stand right there. We're going to end with this song. It's a song I wrote called Love Me to Bed. And so usually your kids are with you, but we're going to stay right up here. We're going to sing it to you. And then when you get home, you can sing it to your children. It goes like this. When it's time to get ready to lay down my head, love me to bed. It goes, you know what? It's about going to bed at night, and there's a little girl, and she's looking at the clouds during the day. And I want you to raise your hands if you take a bath or a shower at night. Oh, please do tonight, because I smell some of you. You kind of stinky. So, will you fill up my tub with some local suds in my rubber ducky? Let me play for a while. Laugh, swim, and smile with my boat and my rubber ducky. Everybody sing it with me. When it's time to get ready to lay down my head, will you love me to bed? How many sleep with a stuffed animal? A dog or a bear? I mean a dog, well, not a real bear. But you know, a cat. Will you gather my friends, sweet stuffed animals too, as we sing 99 wave on do? Make sure everyone's there, my dog and my bear, as we sing 99 wave on do. Sing with me. When it's time to get ready to lay down my head, will you love me to bed? How many read a book? You better raise your hand, because your librarian and your principal's watching too. So everybody raise your hands. Will you read me a book? Use your silliest voice, so it tickles my small funny bones. I'll say read it again. You read the book twice, so it tickles my small funny bones. When it's time to get ready to lay down my head, will you love me to bed? I want you to know what I do is a God thing. It's not me. Now I hope don't make me cry. I gotta laugh now. When my daddy went to heaven, they asked me if I wanted to tuck my daddy in, and I already had written this song. It's in Woolly Bad Lies. And so I said, yeah, I will. I never heard of tuck you in, but I will. And it goes, will you tuck me in tight, gently closing my lids, whisper 3 favorite words, I love you. So that even though dark, I'll see you in my dreams, whisper 3 favorite words, you, I love you, I love you too bad. So let's try it. Yes, I love you, 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 I love you too. Where are you going to love him to?
Bed.
Yeah, and it's going to be right when you get home, so don't argue, all right?